It's time for a cup of coffee with Will and Chris at Slumberland Furniture. From Slumberland Furniture in Osage Beach, here are your hosts, William Holtz and Chris Schneider.
That's right. It's time for this week's cup of coffee from Slumberland at the Lake. Wild Will.
Uncle Chris.
Right here, and it's time for a big show. We're going to have Kelly Miller from COMC. She's going to talk about their new dental urgent care clinic. Plus, we're going to have fun runs on the Dog Bridge and Dam Marathon.
To me, that is how is that possible? A fun run. Running is not fun, right?
Well, not to you, but to a lot of people, it is. We'll tell you about that event coming up in April, plus some cool local headlines to tell you about Christmas lights around the lake, that and a whole lot more after this.
At COMC, your health is our mission. Central Ozarks Medical Center offers 3 OBGYNs at the Osage Beach Clinic and 2 pediatricians with same-day appointments available. At COMC, our doors are open to everyone with 5 primary care locations conveniently located across the Ozarks. COMC for the best medical, dental, and behavioral health care. Get more info on how COMC can help you at centralozarks.org. COMC, where your health is our mission.
Don't you just love Slumberland Furniture? It is so freaking great here, right?
I love it. I already walked around taking pictures of things I want for Christmas.
I know, me too. My wife's done that too and sent me pictures. So we are with the absolutely gorgeous CEO of COMC. It's Kelly Miller with us. How's Kelly?
I am fabulous, and I am so honored to be sitting next to you, Chris.
Wow.
Furniture
How about
and
that?
you. It's wonderful.
You know, so many people think that it's Brad Pitt on
I
set
know,
with you,
I know.
you
I was confused when I walked in this morning.
Well,
it's early.
So now they're seeing Brad and Angelina. Is
I
that
don't
her
know.
name?
Yeah, Angelina.
Okay.
Yeah.
There you go. It's the Lakes version of Brad and Angelina. So the CEO of COMC, and the reason why Kelly is with us here today is because you guys have had about 1 million projects going on, a whole lot of new growth, but just recently opened up the new dental urgent care facility in Camdenton, right?
In Camdenton. The first part of our expansion is complete and open, and we opened on December 2nd to a full house.
Wow.
I always get a little worried when we add something new. You never know, but I think by 8:33, we already had 4 or 5 patients that needed emergency dental services.
Okay, and think about this, that this is something new that the community really needed, really wanted, and I mean, just think about it. If you've ever had dental pain before, it is horrible. And until now, there was really no place to go immediately to have it taken care of. But now there is a place. It's your place at COMC. So what kind of things does this urgent care, the dental urgent care facility, take care of?
Thank you for asking, because it's really important to understand the difference between I just woke up and I need a cleaning, or I woke up and, oh my gosh, my face is swollen, and where do I go? So the dental urgent care is, oh my gosh, my face is swollen, not I can't get in for a cleaning for 2 weeks. So you wake up, your face is swollen, you have an abscess on your gum, gosh forbid, especially over the summer, you fall and break a tooth on the dock.
Happens.
It does happen.
Yeah.
We see those things. Those are the kinds of emergencies that will be taken care of. You know, your normal preventative dental, or you just need a filling, that's still going to be with your primary dentist.
Okay.
But this is just for those emergencies. To get you feeling better, or to get your kiddo feeling better and back to school.
Right. Well, and we live at the lake, and I mean, I'm sure there's a lot of other folks, but in my family, we've had accidents tubing, or like you said, slipping and falling on the dock and, chipping a tooth or breaking a tooth. So if you got a severe toothache, you've got a broken tooth, infections, things like that, you can go and have that taken care of. Not your every 6th month cleaning.
Right.
But this is urgent care. Okay, so when is it open?
Sure. So we're Monday through Friday, 8 to 5.
Okay.
And then Saturdays, 8 to noon.
Okay.
So that's kind of just to get started, and we'll see what the need really is. That's the great thing about being a community health center. If the community needs different hours, or we see the demand is there, we'll be looking to change up the hours, maybe something a little bit earlier or something later, especially as we move into the summer season and the tourists arrive, and there's probably a little bit more demand, but we've stayed busy so far.
Wow, that's good and bad, because you feel bad for the people.
That's the healthcare business, right?
Yeah, there you go. And COMC is so, you're so community minded. I mean, it's like a lot of medical facilities or hospitals, it's like you come to us and you wait, however long we tell you to wait. You guys are so proactive in doing things like this for the community to come and to take care of them. So obviously, if it's urgent care, you will take walk-ins, right?
Absolutely, it is walk-in. No appointment needed. So you can call if you want to. If you want to call and see how long the wait is, that's fine. But there are no appointments. It's just first come, first serve. And so, if you're out in Richland and you go to the dentist out there at our clinic and you have an emergency, you can try to still be seen there. It's not that all emergencies have to come to the Camdenton location. It's just that you're going to have a better chance, right? But, if you go and get a tooth pulled on Monday and then you're having a complication, we always say, try to go back to the dentist that did the work. We want to, whether it's at COMC or another community provider, that is always the best option. But when that option isn't available, that's what the urgent care walk-in clinic's for.
Oh, it's so nice to have that option, though.
Absolutely.
If you're in pain, dental pain, there's a place to go and think about. So this is a part of the growth in Camdenton.
It is.
Is it all done now then, or is there more happening?
There's more happening.
Okay.
So the dental side is done.
Okay.
So what's great about that is it's not just the urgent care, but it's also our pediatric oral sedation we'll call suite. So it's a pre-op, a post-op room, and then the surgery suite. So before the expansion, we were just using a couple dental operatories, but now Dr. Curry has a dedicated place, and that's for those kiddos who have a lot of dental needs. We don't like to say it, but we call them blown out mouths. They just need more than those little kiddos can tolerate in the operatory room. And so we do full sedation. We partner with Premier Dental Anesthesia, and they come in and bring an anesthesiologist and do the work right there in the clinic instead of having to use an operating room at Lake Regional. That way they can keep their operating rooms for what they need to, and we can take care of the kiddos in the clinic. So that part is open. It is in the dental urgent care.
Okay.
And then we have the whole other side that is still under construction. It will be increased access to medical services, increased behavioral and mental health space, and then our first pharmacy.
Wow.
So we already have our pharmacist hired, and the pharmacy will be opening hopefully by the end of February, early March. There's a lot of state things to get through.
And your new pharmacist is going to be on the Lake TV Community Spotlight Show.
So excited.
To talk all about it, too. So you'll get all the information on that on the Spotlight Show. So we've been talking about the brand new dental urgent care facility opening in Camdenton, but you're all over the place.
We are.
You are in Laurie, in the Laurie Mall, Camdenton, obviously, Osage Beach, Eldon, Richland,
And then we have a Crocker location coming in 2025. We have mobile dental units that serve our school kiddos. We have mobile medical that's serving Crocker and Waynesville right now. And don't forget, we are going to have our mobile optometry unit. Hopefully it'll be delivered in February, early March. Primarily it'll serve the school-age kiddos, but we'll be serving community members also. This will be completely new. And it is going to be, it's going to be the biggest kind of optometry unit on the road. This thing is massive.
That is so cool.
It is so amazing.
The COMC is amazing. I mean, this has all happened under your watch. You've only been there since what, 2019?
5 years in October. Yeah. It was 5 years.
And COMC has just completely exploded in that time. It is pretty amazing. If you want to go see all that is going on at COMC, Central Ozarks, .org, that's your website.
It sure
and you can find doctors there, you can make appointments there, get some more information about the dental urgent care facility, and find out more about this lady. That's Kelly. She even runs like, the turkey trot, right?
Yeah, 5Ks. They're my new thing. Maybe they shouldn't be, but
That's amazing. All right, so we'll have more cup of coffee right after this.
Back and bigger than ever. Don't miss the 11th annual Lake of the Ozarks Bridge and Dam Half Marathon, 5 and 10 Ks on Saturday, April 12th. All racers start at Bagnell Dam Scenic Overlook, travel across the dam and up the historic strip. Some runs even cross the community bridge there and back, with all runners enjoying a downhill finish to Neon Taco, where the post-race party awaits. All proceeds benefit Wonderland Camp, the Missouri chapter of COPS, and Lodo Shriners Club. The Bridge and Dam Half Marathon presented by Lake TV and hosted by Fun Runs and Lake of the Ozarks Runners. To register or for more information, visit bridgeanddam.com. We look forward to seeing you on Saturday, April 12th.
As promised, we have Fun Runs, Alicia Machino and Scott Page with us here, and we're excited to talk a really big event at the lake coming back. It's the 11th annual Lake of the Ozarks Bridge and Dam Half Marathon, 5 and 10Ks. So Scott, Alicia, go ahead and tell us all about, if people don't know about this annual event, what do you guys want to start off with?
Go for it. So it's a half marathon, 10K, 5K foot race, and it starts at the Overlook, which is beautiful. And the half marathon will take you across the bridge and through Portachima. 10K will take you across the community bridge. And the 5K, I think, is probably the best 5K course at the lake, because you're going to go down, you're going to cross the dam, up the strip, and back down the strip. So it's mostly downhill or flat. Yeah. So anyway, so it's a fun event for running. Even if you don't like to run, you walk it. You got 3.5 hours. So whatever you can cover in 3.5 hours. So anyway.
Yeah, and this has been an event that so many people love, because you mentioned the different course. Like, there's not really an opportunity, unless you're crazy, or some of you Lake Erie runners that run all over the lake. But this is a time when you get to run these courses really safely and for a great cause. And so, Scott, as you guys look at the different options with the 5, the 10K, you guys are getting closer to this event. So talk about some of the benefits and some of the maybe some of the sponsors you guys have, because I know that it's been a huge fundraiser historically, and as I look at some of the organizations that benefit, it's the same course this year.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we're looking at a really good event this year. We split it up differently this year. We've got 4 different sponsors, so we're going to be benefiting Wonderland Camp, Lake of the Ozarks Shrine Club, and the Missouri chapter of the Missouri Concerns of Police Survivors, and also Fun Runs, Lake Area Runners will take a portion for the administration of that. So we're looking at we want to split that amongst everybody. One of the big changes we've got coming up this year we're really excited about is a post-race party, which has been one of the most requested things over the years. You know, people go out and do something really good and then nothing to show for it afterwards. They go back home. Well, we're going to try to get everybody together at Neon Taco, have drinks, snacks, and let everybody hang out, tell war stories from what went right, what didn't, and just kind of have fun together. Very make it even more social than it is.
Yeah, and I'll tell you, running, I used to run, I don't run anymore, but for people that run or even want to get into running, there's a really cool event, because what you guys have launched, and I know it's going to get more official, but it's kind of a training program through Couch to 5K. And so, hey, even if you're not a seasoned runner, you don't have to do the whole half marathon. Right. So everybody is encouraged to participate.
Absolutely, yeah. I mean, Couch to 5K is a fantastic program for somebody that has never run. I mean, I know I tried to be a runner for like 7 years before I actually succeeded, and something would always go wrong or something, and I was by myself though. And Couch to 5K is a very structured program, and it starts very slow, very gradual improvements, but suddenly you're ready for a 5K, but you do it with a group and a plan, and it's recipe for success, really. So that's a great way to start. But then also we've got people that may not have run a half marathon yet. So we're going to have a training program available for that, for, you're relatively seasoned, but you haven't hit the half marathon yet. So what do you do to get there? Well, we'll show you how to get there. So
yeah, and as you can see, like historically, you look at this event and the breathtaking aerial footage you see here, like this is a really great day to come out and be part of. It's Saturday, April 12th, but you want to go ahead and sign up now, because I understand that there's going to be a price increase, so you're encouraging people to sign up before January 6th, correct?
Yeah, prices across all races go up on January 6th, just because we start getting into a more expensive period for putting on the race. You got final bills coming in, and so we're trying to incentivize people. Also, it gets you a little bit of skin in the game. You committed, put that money down, get into your training plan. You got New Year's resolutions coming up to the first of the year. Now's the time to jump in and really just bite the bullet.
Makes it real when you commit and pay the entry fee. Hey, and real quick, like one of the things too, I've got a couple from our involvement. There's always been the coolest medal with this, and that's a big deal. Like I have found out, like with the real runners, medals are everything, and so we want to show you. I think we get to show it first, but a rendering, right, of the medal for this year. So without further ado, you want to say anything about it before we show it?
Nope, I don't think so.
All right, so this is this year's medal for this year's event, and that is way cool. And so there's a couple other details you wanted to add about like future medals and the series maybe. So.
Yeah, this year's is the first of a 3-year medal series. We have not finalized the next 2. Just know that they're all going to be a great theme. Obviously, 2025 will feature the community bridge, as you can see. Well, the race is bridge and dam. I think you can guess that dam's going to come in 1 year, and the third year will be separate. But anyways, those will be a 3-year series. We'll release those details once we get final renderings. But it's something that you'll want to plan to go ahead and join us on 2025, because then you're a little more committed to 2026 and 2027.
Yep. And then also we're working on a display component for all three medals to tie it all together. So there's a lot of different directions we can go with that.
Exciting stuff.
So,
and I even got, you check this out. I love this. Lake TV is proud to be the presenting sponsor for this year's event, Saturday, April 12th. Check them out on Facebook, and there's lots more coming. Thank you to Scott, Alicia, with Fun Runs. Look forward to this event. We'll be right back on Cup of Coffee right after this.
Hey everybody, it's Daryl Cunningham with Slumberland Furniture at the Lake. Our Black Friday sale was so good, we're going to hold it over for one more week. So you get those great deals until next week. Also included is 0% interest financing for up to 36 months, unless you're doing a Tempur-Pedic or Stearns & Foster, and then we can do it for 60 months. Don't forget, we deliver the entire lake area. Come see us at Slumberland Furniture, where we're bringing happy home.
So really cool event. Mark your calendars, right?
Yeah.
April 12th. By that time, we're both going to be ready to run.
You know, that's going to be one of my New Year's resolutions, is to get into better shape, right?
Wait, we have that coming, right?
Yeah, we do. The resolution show's coming up, right?
So let's talk real quick. We don't have a lot of time. How's the fast food thing going?
Fast food thing, to me, went well this year, right? I think we both locked in on our resolutions. I gave up fast food, which means my wife pretty much gave up fast food. So she said, I'm not doing that again, right?
Wait,
and
if you get healthier,
yeah.
But you're re-adding fast food?
Well, the only time we eat fast food is when we're traveling.
Right. And Burger King especially.
I love Burger King.
That's your kind of your guilty pleasure.
Oh, I love Burger
Your
King.
one and only.
I like that. Well, not my only one, but
I'm
so
with you.
we're looking forward to, being able to eat fast food when we're on the road again, but that's the only time we really do. But I've got to get in better shape.
And so we're going to have coming up, like we're going to be choosing, and this year we're both just going to...
We're bringing in Brother Andy too, right?
Yeah, we're going to bring in Uncle Andrew, and we're going to get him involved in the New Year's resolution. So, but hey, we want to tell you about a really cool program as we jump into some local headlines. The Homes for the Holidays, Slumberland at the Lake. Again, they partner with Scott's Concrete and KRMS 93.5 Rocks the Lake to give the gift of a good night's rest here in the lake area. So over 100 mattresses initially to give away, and there's still plenty of beds. If you know a child who's sleeping on the floor, or maybe sharing a bed with a sibling, or living with a friend, or really could use a break, have them contact Barbara Bunch, 660-890-5530. Plenty of beds remaining. It is Slumberland at the Lake's mission to give the gift of a good night's rest, along with Scott's Concrete and KRMS 93.5 Rocks the Lake. And I know that we're getting close, but hey, still time. Get in, call. If you know somebody that could use it, send them over. They won't be turned away. Pretty great program.
Such a great program. And you don't really think about it that much unless you're in that problem where you don't have a bed, a good place to sleep. And in that, that's a horrible thing. If you can't get a regular night's sleep, that affects your life in every way. So this is really a pretty neat program.
Absolutely it is. Okay, so as we move forward, local headlines. This was cool, okay? So Cannon Smoked, remember the name, right?
Yeah.
Captain Ron's. We know of Ron Dugan and his barbecue place. Loved the burnt ends. Of course, got a press release, and it reads... Captain Ron retiring not in the slightest. Ron Dugan brings back the barbecue flavor Sunrise Beach has missed with Cannon Smoke Saloon, this time on wheels.
On wheels, that's right, a food truck. And actually, I was driving up to Lori the other day, going up to Chances Are, and there's a food truck over there, and I was like, well, where'd that come from? Well, this explains it. So, Ron Dugan going through a lot of changes. The shootout is moving places, and I think he's had Captain Ron's up for sale and everything. So there were rumors that he was retiring, that he was pulling back, and he said, no, that's greatly exaggerated. He is bringing out this food truck, and it sounds like he's even got some more plans in the future, because he said this is just the beginning of a new chapter. So look for more things for Captain Ron here coming up in the future. I do miss Cannons. Especially the first one. I don't know. You remember the first one off of F Road that burned down?
No.
Oh my gosh, that was great. Yeah. So it's good to see that Ron is still keeping things going.
Oh
here,
yeah,
know?
I will say he's excited about the food truck. He's excited about Captain Ron's and the season coming up, and digging into that. So he says, I'm not slowing down. He goes, I'm just rolling up my sleeves. And I know for him, his daughter Brooklyn, she's having her senior year basketball year. He's enjoying that from a different perspective now from the stands
From
as
just
dad.
watching, yeah.
So a lot of new, but I'm so excited. We're gonna go up and partake and try out the new food truck. So we'll make sure we pass that along and let you guys know what we thought of that experience. But hey, this time of year, everyone's thinking about Christmas lights, right?
Right.
They're all over, and there's been some headlines. Well, we want to tell you just about a few, thanks to our friends over at Lake Expo. They always compile and put together the list. But first is the Enchanted Village of Lights, right? That's the big one here at the lake. 5 p.m. daily through January 1st. Horse-drawn carriages on Friday and Saturday. 5 to 9 throughout the week, and then Friday and Saturday open till 10. Now, we went through last week. Wow, Sue Huff and her team of volunteers and everyone that works with the Village of Lights, the Enchanted Village Lights, amazing job.
Did you do the carriage and everything?
No, we didn't do the carriage. We went after we had dinner at Chances Are. We ended up driving through with Brinley, and it's just, we love it. We really do, and they did a great job. That one going on now, and then the Festival of Lights right down the road at St. Patrick's, the Catholic Church, now through January 5th, 5 to 10 p.m. They've done that since 1981.
Wow.
Isn't that cool?
That's over 40 years, right?
Yeah.
That's 43, 44 years.
And you'll see the nativity scene and, out there, so really neat. And then also Versailles, Unity Circle of Lights through December 31st at Versailles City Park. You get to drive through, pretty cool experience. Of course, also Celebration Cruises, they're doing their, Christmas on the lake, but this is one that is getting bigger. The Eldon Lighted Christmas Parade, the 14th, Saturday, right? If you've seen this before, then it's the 8th annual event starting at 4:30, and the parade ends at Rock Island Exchange. They do a tree lighting, they do caroling and refreshments, so that's an event that's gotten pretty big in Eldon.
Yeah, and we just had, or we're going to have Eldon Chamber of Commerce Executive Director on the Community Spotlight show here in a couple of weeks, and they've got tree ornaments that they're selling made by Gateway Industries folks over there in Eldon. Really, really cool. So go to the Eldon Chamber of Commerce website and look at that, because those are really neat, and it would be a great way to support Gateway Industries there in Eldon.
Look at all that Eldon is continuing to do.
Yeah.
Really cool stuff. Okay, so also along with the Christmas light theme, right, Lake Expo launches their first annual Christmas lights contest.
Yeah, how about that? Joy of the season. So they say we're announcing the first ever Lake of the Ozarks Christmas Lights Contest. Home and business owners in Camden, Miller, Morgan counties, all invited to submit entries. Okay, and again, this is Lake Expo. Winners are going to get a special plaque as well as $100 gift certificate to the Lake of the Ozarks Italian restaurant Tavern Trattoria. Also redeemable at the other tavern restaurants, Trails End and the Smokehouse. So that's cool, right?
And
That's
listen,
neat.
Here's the categories. There's different categories. So most Griswoldy.
Okay.
Okay. Most magical. Best nativity, which I appreciated.
Yeah.
Best technical display. People's choice and best business display. You can even go on and vote for the People's Choice on Lake Expo's website. So pretty cool. And I did want to give a shout out to their sponsors, Farmers Insurance, Wagner Agency, TMP Christmas Lights, Brandy Martin Flat Branch Home Loans, and of course the Tavern Trattoria. Really cool Lake Expo. They want to engage with the community, and you're surprised as I look through those photos and as you drive around the lake, like some people really do take that Christmas light thing seriously.
Oh, man.
And there is some exciting areas around the lake, some in Eldon and some in Osage and Lynn Creek and different parts on the water. But I think what Lake Expo is trying to do is increase people's interest in doing that, because if you could get big neighborhoods involved, that's like almost a tourist attraction in itself, right?
Absolutely.
Like, go to the lake and go to this neighborhood because there's 16 homes that go nuts, right? Yeah. Well, that's something you take the kids to see.
Well, and we did the Christmas cruise a few years ago, and there are some really neat Christmas light displays, on the water around the lake, which is really neat. And it would be even cooler if that more and more people jump on board with that.
Yeah, that would be cool. Okay, so in the theme of Christmas lights, you saw it kind of went overboard on Facebook. Osage Beach cancels Christmas lights due to budget and technical concern. And for those that love the Osage Beach City Christmas lights, which has been a 5 to 10 minute drive, well, you're not going to get it this year. City officials say budget and technical issues. There's a lot of the signs needed repaired and maybe even replaced. So instead, putting what budget is available towards an event at the city every Thursday in December from 5 to 7 at City Hall. They're going to do free photos, refreshments available for purchase with donations they'll give to Heroes Outreach Program. But it has gotten the community upset. They were upset about the lights, but at this point, it just seems like people are looking for any reason to be upset with the city of Osage Beach.
Yeah, growth pains, but I mean, look at it on the other side. If you're having budgetary problems, why get yourself in trouble spending the money you don't need to spend, don't have to spend? It seems like it's kind of fiscally responsible that maybe they're pulling back from this, and that'll change. Things will get turn around, get better. That'll come back, I'm sure. So, but it is pretty sad for some people.
Yeah, and then also what it's going to do is encourage those that like to make the Osage Beach their Christmas light thing is go to the Enchanted Village of Lights, go to the Unity Circle of Lights, or go over
plenty of
and
options.
hit both across the way. And so Rutledge couldn't say whether or not the lights would be back for 2025 as the Board of Aldermen had not formally approved next year's budget. But I think that's something Osage Beach would want to look at. I mean, Christmas lights, especially, it's been traditionally something a lot of people come to, brings people to the city. Maybe something they'll reconsider.
I'm sure at some point it'll be back, yeah.
All right, so this was kind of a recent, newer headline, but Quick Car sold.
Wow.
I got an announcement November 21st from Clay Broughton, who is very close to the source, announcing that Quick Car had been purchased, the everything except for the boat dock detail side, which will be retained by Mike Burbank, but it's now oil changers and the wash shop. So I saw a post on Facebook, and there was a lot of questions. Well, it has officially sold, and I want to congratulate Mike Burbank, Jesse Witt, Art, Colonius, Kelly, Garrett, Josh, the whole staff that's been there since 2009. A lot of those guys have literally been there since 2009, 2010 with Mike Burbank and Jesse since they opened their doors in 2009, and then 22 in Camdenton just a couple of years ago, you'll remember. But they've been really big for the Lake of the Ozarks community, employed a lot of people, given a lot to charity, and done a lot. So I want to congratulate Mike Burbank and thank him for being a big supporter of Lake TV from day one, back with the original owners. He's been a Lake TV guy. So we appreciate you and we congratulate you. And as we look at what's coming up on Lake TV, hey, Saturday, the Lake of the Ozarks Christmas Parade.
Yeah.
On Lake TV, presented by COMC, starting at 1 o'clock, be hosted by Kevin Hilly.
That's right.
Man, he's awesome.
Big time radio star, Kevin Hilly, that's right.
People are excited because Christmas time, did you notice that the lighted Christmas parade on Lake TV had over 15,000 views? People love watching those parades.
Yeah, absolutely. And it's pretty special around here. It's just so one of those traditions around here people love. And I think it's the 40th anniversary of the Bagnell Dam Christmas parade this year.
Correct. And Loretta did another amazing job. If you look at the Grand Marshal, Carol Cummings, really neat story, Uncle Chris.
Yeah. So again, it's 40 years for the Bagnell Dam Strip. The parade, 1 o'clock Saturday. You can see that on Lake TV, December 14th. Carol Cummings reprising her role as Grand Marshal, which she shared with her late husband in the 1980s. Cummings Auditorium was named for Carol's husband. So this is pretty cool.
Yeah, which was a renowned, loved Osage School Board member for many years. So enjoy this year's Christmas parade on Lake TV. And then also happening on Lake TV, thanks to our friends at Chris Light Co. Illuminate your lakefront paradise in 2025 with Chris Light Co. We got Dr. Billy Kurtz on the Community Spotlight show.
Yeah, so he'll let us know about all the activities and athletics going on in the Camdenton School District right now, and that'll be a lot of fun. And we're starting up high school basketball on Lake TV this week, baby.
Thursday night, if you catch it in time, if you're watching.
And then next week, we've got 2 games, 3 games next week. Camdenton Monday and Tuesday night, the girls against Osage Monday, the men against Marshfield next Tuesday. So it'll be fun.
Real quick, Mizzou, Music City Bowl against Iowa. Mizzou basketball beat number 1 KU. Chiefs win again by 2. And guess what? the Bills. They lose, but Josh Allen, he's the man. Thanks for watching this week's Cup of Coffee. Until next week from Slumberland at the Lake.